What is up, guys? It is the Sound Alchemist, and I'm back at it to bring you 40 facts on the Warhammer 40k universe. Today we have a short one for you. We are covering Captain Erasmus Tycho of the Blood Angels. Now this guy's a really old figure. I believe he came out in 2nd edition, and if I'm not mistaken, I believe this was like a kind of like a fan thing or like a story only character, and he got made into a miniature, so that's pretty cool. This guy, he was never my favorite Blood Angel. I kind of always glossed over him because I did play Blood Angels back in the day, if you didn't know. So after reading his lore, it's not bad. It's good. It's pretty cool. He kind of makes his what's the word I'm looking for? He has a good journey, so to speak, even though it doesn't end well for him and he does get kind of effed up pretty bad. But anyway, you'll learn about that today. So without further ado, here's 40 facts on Captain Tycho of the Blood Angels. At one point, Captain Tycho was once the greatest leader that the Blood Angels chapter had ever known. Some even whispered that he would one day succeed Lord Commander Dante as the chapter's leader. Now he stands as a grim reminder that even the Blood Angels' best and brightest is not safe from the embrace of the Black Rage. Now Tycho took command of the Blood Angels' 3rd Company when his predecessor was slain during the War for Armageddon. The former sergeant quickly proved his talent for command, orchestrating the rout of war boss Graka's speed freaks and recapturing key Imperial defensive positions along the River Kairon. Enheartened by their successes, the 3rd Company pushed on, striking at the Orc supply lines from Armageddon Prime. However, it was on such a mission that Tycho and his company were ambushed. Though the Blood Angels proved victorious, their captain fell victim to an Orc Weirdboy's psychic assault early in the battle, and he was left for dead. However, Tycho did survive this encounter, but the after effects of the psychic attack had paralyzed half of his face, freezing it forever in a terrible grin. Now Tycho's obsession with fine aesthetic taste and beauty was as great as that of any other Blood Angel, but to him such a disfigurement was a fate worse than death. This was the beginnings of a rage that began to move into Tycho's once pure heart, opening the door to the pent-up anger that lay at the core of Tycho's being, just as it does for every other man who was implanted with the genetic legacy of Sanguinius. Unable to bear the pitiful looks of his battle brothers, Tycho ordered the chapter's most revered artificer to forge a mask to cover his disfigurement. This simple act seemed to provide Tycho a measure of peace, and for a time, he displayed his old brilliance. For the remainder of the Armageddon campaign, the Blood Angels' 3rd Company remained in the thick of the fighting, Tycho commanding them as effectively as he had before, though none could deny that the captain now displayed an increased fervor wherever he tasted the tang of Orc blood in the air. It soon became clear that Tycho was no longer 100% right in the head. He couldn't relax in the halls of the Blood Angels' Fortress Monastery on Bao, for its beauty served only to remind him of his own loss. And Dante reluctantly assigned Tycho to permanent battle duty, yet even there he became ever more violent and temperamental, and his tactics soon became aggressive to the point of foolishness. During the 3rd War for Armageddon, against the hordes of orcs under warlord Ghazghkull Thraka, Tycho fell prey to the Black Rage. He became overcome by visions of his Primarch, the Angel Sanguinius. Tycho and a number of his troops joined the famous but damned ranks of the Blood Angels' infamous Death Company. Tycho and his fellow Death Company warriors led attacks on the Orc-held defenses, wreaking havoc and carnage alike. Some say that Tycho fought with the same fury and skill as their Primarch, sustaining many grievous wounds in the battle, though his ultimate fate had already been decided. Tycho reached the Orc lines, his golden mask hanging from his head where it had been torn off of his face, and had begun his vengeful charge against the Orcs when he was entrenched in a horde of greenskins, finally perishing from sight. Tycho's valiant efforts to destroy the Orcs did not end in vain. His counterattack had enabled the Blood Angels and Imperial Guard forces to gain control of the bulwarks once again. When Tycho's limp form was laid at the feet of Chaplain Lamartes, his once noble appearance had changed beyond all belief. Upon leaving Armageddon, the Blood Angels bore the body of the fallen Tycho and those of their brethren who had fallen at the breach of Tempest Dora. Their corpses were entombed in large granite sarcophagi and carried aboard the awaiting Thunderhawk gunship, atop the shoulders of the chapter's mourning sanguinary guard. Tycho's legacy and the heroes who had fallen on the blood-soaked battlefields of Armageddon would live on in the chapter's memory. So there it is, guys, the life of Erasmus Tycho. It was pretty cool since he was at one point the best of the best. And, that just goes to show you that no blood angel is without sin. They carry the weight of Sanguinius's flaws, his black rage and red thirst. Now, the Blood Angels is a very, very awesome chapter, don't get me wrong, but they are just besieged by misfortune after misfortune. So like I said, they got the red thirst, the black rage, and right now they're on the verge of being completely annihilated. They've been cut off by the Imperium due to this warp tear, and the Tyranids are besieging them. It's gotten to the point where Dante doesn't know what to do. Like he's screwed pretty much. But Gilliman, he does have hope for the Blood Angels. He is sending reinforcements in the form of Primaris, so that's a little bit of hope for the Blood Angels. But will it be enough? Gotta wait and see, guys. So now let's jump into the Wargear of this fallen hero, beginning with the Blood Song. This weapon was made specifically for Captain Tycho by the chapter's master artificers, and it is imbued with a machine spirit of exceptional nobility, never letting its master down. Now, Bloodsong is capable of firing special ammunition known as Blood Shard rounds, often utilized by the Angels Stern Guard veterans. His other weapon of choice was Dead Man's Hand, which is a potent gauntlet capable of penetrating armor in close combat. Now, Dead Man's Hand also contained a set of digital weapons which made it more effective in close combat. And besides this, he did have a bolt pistol, an iron halo, artificer armor, and frag and crack grenades, but that's pretty much standard. The power armor, the artificer power armor that is, that's more for like captains and stuff, so that kind of showed his rank. But anyway, guys, that's all the lore we have on Captain Tycho. If you guys ever played this guy, how is he on the battlefield? Like I said before, I kind of just glossed over him. I thought he was pretty cool with the whole mask thing, but I never got into his lore, never played him. He was just one of those guys that I just overlooked. Once again, guys, let me know what other Blood Angel topics you guys want me to cover. I am doing this week focusing on the Blood Angels, so if you want to learn more about that, let me know what topics in the comments below. And that's pretty much all I have. As always, guys, I'm the Sound Alchemist. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and that's all I got. See you later.